From merchants to millionaires, from castles to skyscrapers. This is your life as every rich person in history. Level 1. The Ancient Merchant, 3000 BC. Wealth begins with movement. You wake before sunrise in a crowded trading city built from clay and stone, where narrow streets fill with noise long before the sun climbs into the sky. Caravans prepare for departure. Animals grunt impatiently. Workers load baskets filled with grain, copper tools, dried fruit, and woven textiles. Your fortune depends on distance. You travel across deserts where heat shimmers above the sand and the horizon never seems to get closer. Each journey tests endurance. Each transaction carries uncertainty. Market leaders greet you with respect. Competitors watch your success closely. There are no banks to protect your earnings, no guards to guarantee safety. Only negotiation, reputation, and courage. A sack of barley might equal a bronze blade. A jar of oil might purchase livestock. Every exchange requires trust between strangers who may never meet again. Sometimes profit arrives slowly. Level 2. The Roman Landowner. 100 CE, power now grows from ownership. You stand on a hill overlooking vast farmland stretching toward the horizon, where rows of crops move gently in the wind like waves across an ocean. Workers harvest wheat under the blazing sun while supervisors track production carefully. Your estate feeds entire regions. Money arrives consistently. Taxes collected from tenants fill your treasury. Trade agreements guarantee steady supply. Merchants compete for your harvest. Influence follows prosperity. Local officials seek your support. Military commanders request resources. Neighbors respect your authority. You host gatherings inside luxurious villas decorated with marble floors and colorful mosaics that display scenes of victory and celebration. Guests admire your success. Level 3. The medieval noble, 1200 CE status, replaces simple ownership. You walk along the stone walls of your castle, looking down at villages protected by towering defenses that rise. Your territory depends on strength. Knights train daily inside open courtyards. Archers practice accuracy along defensive towers. Inside the castle, life follows strict routines. Messengers deliver news from distant regions. Advisors discuss alliances with neighboring rulers. Treasurers manage resources stored in hidden chambers beneath thick stone floors. Danger never disappears. Rival families challenge borders. Invading armies threaten security. Political betrayal destroys trust. You prepare constantly. Power must protect it. Level 4. The Renaissance Banker. You sit inside a tall stone building in Florence, where sunlight filters through narrow windows. Money no longer travels only in sacks. It moves through records, through signatures, through promises written carefully in elegant handwriting. Merchants arrive daily carrying requests for credit. Explorers seek funding for risky voyages across unknown oceans. Artists approach with sketches of grand paintings that require expensive materials. You evaluate each proposal with patience. Coins multiply without leaving the vault. Debt generates income while you sleep. Transactions expand your influence beyond city walls. Kings begin to depend on your resources. Governments borrow funds to finance wars. Royal families negotiate terms with respect. Political leaders listen when you speak. Your wealth now shapes decisions far from your office. Level 5. The Colonial Trader. You stand on the deck of a large wooden ship cutting through powerful waves, watching distant land slowly rise above the horizon. While sailors adjust sails and shout commands into the wind, foreign markets promise enormous profit. Exotic goods attract wealthy customers. New territories create fresh possibilities. Your fortune depends on timing. Ships must arrive before competitors reach port. Supplies must survive dangerous storms. Negotiations must secure favorable prices. Trade routes become lifelines. Harbors buzz with activity. Dock workers unload shipments quickly. Accountants calculate earnings late into the night. You realize success now depends on adaptability, because global commerce rewards flexibility. Level 6. The Industrial Magnate. Machines redefine production. You walk through a massive factory where steam engines thunder continuously and metal gears rotate with relentless energy, transforming raw materials into finished products faster than human hands ever could. Workers move in organized lines. Supervisors monitor efficiency. Engineers maintain complex equipment. Your enterprise operates without rest. Railroads deliver resources daily. Distribution networks expand into distant cities. Industry accelerates wealth creation. Steel supports construction. Coal fuels transportation. Manufacturing powers economies. Your company grows rapidly. New buildings appear across industrial districts. Laborers demand fair wages. Safety concerns require attention. You learn to lead with discipline, because industrial success belongs to those who evolve. Level 7. The Oil Tycoon, early 1900s. Energy becomes the foundation of modern power. You stand beside towering drilling rigs rising from rugged terrain, watching thick black liquid surge upward from deep beneath the earth while workers celebrate another successful extraction. The ground trembles slightly, machines roar loudly, oil flows steadily, demand grows rapidly. Automobiles multiply on busy roads. Factories require continuous fuel supply. Cities depend on electricity generated by burning energy resources. Your company controls valuable reserves. Pipelines stretch across vast landscapes. Refineries operate day and night. Governments recognize your importance. National leaders negotiate contracts. Investors compete for partnership. Markets respond to production levels. Profit expands dramatically. Share values increase quickly. Dividends reward shareholders. Expansion projects secure long-term dominance. But influence invites scrutiny. Regulations attempt to limit monopolies. Level 8. The Corporate Executive. Business becomes global strategy. You enter a tall glass skyscraper where elevators move quickly between floors filled with offices, conference rooms, and communication centers connecting operations across continents. The city below never sleeps. Phones ring constantly. Assistants manage schedules carefully. Managers report performance updates. Executives discuss expansion plans. Your corporation operates worldwide. Factories produce goods in multiple countries. Budgets determine priorities. Decisions affect thousands of employees. Level 9. The Tech Entrepreneur. Innovation replaces infrastructure. You sit inside a small office filled with computer screens glowing late into the night, writing lines of code that transform simple ideas into powerful digital platforms capable of reaching millions of people instantly. Your startup begins modestly. A handful of employees share responsibilities. Limited funding supports development. Early customers test new features. Investors recognize potential. User numbers increase steadily. Revenue grows consistently. Expansion becomes inevitable. New offices open worldwide. Talented engineers join the team. Competitors attempt to replicate success. You realize wealth now depends on imagination, because technology rewards originality. Level 10. The Billionaire Investor. Influence reaches its highest form. You step onto a private aircraft runway where security teams coordinate movement, while assistants review schedules filled with meetings, negotiations, and strategic discussions shaping industries across the globe. Time becomes your most valuable resource. Decisions determine direction. Investments fund innovation. Partnerships accelerate growth. Acquisitions strengthen market position. Your portfolio spans multiple sectors. Technology companies develop new products. Energy firms expand infrastructure. Real estate projects transform skylines. Financial markets respond immediately. Stock prices shift after announcements. Analysts evaluate performance. Media outlets report developments. Responsibility increases with scale. Wealth is not simply ownership. It is influence over the future.